Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Zainal Abidin Kasim, members of the academic staff of University Technology Petronas, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I would like to thank Datuk Dr. Zainal Abidin for the kind words he had for me. However, if he permits me, I would like to make a small correction. I have 17 grandchildren, not 16. That's how old I am. Again, I would like to thank University Technology Petronas for once again inviting me to speak on a subject that is of interest, I believe, to a lot of people in this country. The subject is a little bit difficult to discuss because there are many sensitivities. At some stage, I may be accused of being a racist, but I would like to say what I think is the truth, facts, and it is only by facing the truth and facts that we can resolve whatever problem that we have. On this question of national identity, we in Malaysia find some difficulty. That is because Malaysia is not like most other countries. Most other countries are single ethnic, but Malaysia is multi-ethnic. It has not only Malays, Chinese and Indians, but we also have Kadazans, Ibans, Muruds, Bajaus and the like. It makes it very difficult for us in Malaysia to create an identity that is acceptable to everyone. We find that any attempt to gather everybody under one identity becomes very difficult because each one of us want to retain our own special identity. Now, national identity is relatively a new thing. In the past, there were no nation states. Instead, there were principalities ruled by princes, by dukes, by all kinds of rulers. And in Malaysia, of course, we were ruled by rajas and sultans. We were loyal to our own raja and our own sultans, just as the Europeans and other Asians were loyal to their local overlord. Sometimes, of course, these overlords were very powerful. And in some cases, the overlord, the powerful leader of a particular small state, would be so powerful as to overcome all the other states where the people are of the same ethnic origin. A good example is Italy. Until Garibaldi came and united the different states in Italy, there was no Italy. There was Rome, there was Milan, there was Naples, all ruled by their own leaders or chiefs. But Garibaldi forced all the states to come together in order to make up the country or the nation we now know as Italy. It's the same with Germany. Germany too was divided into Prussia, into Bavaria, into many other states, but it was eventually united under one national identity, where the population are basically Germans who speak the same language. So in fact, the concept of nation states is quite new. Even in Japan it was like that. And in Malaysia, of course, we were divided into subjects of different rulers, so that there was no national identity. We were the subjects of Kedah ruler, the subjects of the Kelantan ruler, and the other rulers. But there was no real Malaysian subject, and certainly no Malaysian identity. Now, eventually, after the last war, the people struggled in order to build a single state, to unite all the states in the Malay Peninsula into one country, one nation. Just like what happened in Italy and in Germany and in Japan, Malaysia became a nation. But it is not the same as most other countries that I mentioned. Most of these countries are single ethnic. The Italians may be divided up into subjects of different overlords, but they all speak Italian. They identify themselves as from the Italian ethnic group. It's the same with Germany. It's the same with Japan. Even it is the same with China. Of course, China is quite unique in that the people are divided not only by region, but also by language, dialects. But they all regard themselves as Chinese. And eventually the warlords in China managed to unite all these states in China into one country, to have a national identity. Incidentally, China was united not by the Chinese, but by the Mongols. The Mongols conquered China, and it was during the period of Kublai Khan that the north and the south were united to form the country that we call China today. And after that, of course, there is a Chinese national identity. But Malaysia came in late. And it came in late because we are not a single ethnic country. We have in Malaysia peoples of very different races. Malays, Chinese, Indians, Ibans, Kadazan, Dusun, and the like. But the problem is made more complex